On today's show, we're joined by our favourite boys, Ant and Dec, the only men to get me out of bed on a Saturday morning.
And Floella Benjamin taught a whole generation of children their ABC, and she's the star of today's Bedrock Gold.
A young girl called Anya wants her friend Emma's seal of approval for something which could involve nursing skills.
Plus, we find out why London's Theatreland is going to be mobbed by screaming girls.
You're watching ITV2. We've got two new friends, and this is Bedrock.
I get it from the way you look, I get it from the way you shook me, get it every time you look around. I don't know how you get your kicks, all I know is you got me licked. I know why the other guys, they still hang around. And funny you're always there, freaking our backs just to try to be friends, and you seem happier than.
Okay, it's Tuesday, it's Bedrock, and Heather and I are very excited because we're joined by the two most gorgeous Geordies on the planet. Yes, it is indeed Ant and Dec. Welcome to Bedrock, boys.
Thank you. You've forgotten Jimmy Neal and Robson Green, there, they? They're the most handsome.
The most gorgeous. Okay, first of all, I have to ask you, okay, you do SMTV and CDUK every Saturday morning. How hard is it to get out of bed on a Saturday morning?
Very hard. It's worse during the winter, isn't it?
It's when it's dark and stuff, you know what I mean? It's like the middle of the night. Yeah. But 40 weeks and you're still not used to it.
No.
It's still hell, like I have to say.
Week 41, it was our 41st show. Mind you, how many you've done here?
Hundreds and hundreds of shows.
Million.
130.
And it's still hard to get out of bed.
Yeah.
It's 5 o'clock, you gotta get up.
So have you given up on your Friday nights then?
Yeah. We haven't been out once, you know.
No.
I have once.
Have you?
Yeah.
Just the one.
Shut up, you.
It appears Malcolm knew that. Okay, so what do you get up to after the show? Go back to bed?
No, that's it then, we're out.
Yeah.
See, because we've been up since 5.
Yeah.
So it's like
12
afternoonish, if you see what I mean. It feels,
it's kind of like early evening, so you start.
You do early evening.
You have a few iron brews.
Iron brews.
Very impressive.
You know, as you
I
do.
like that.
Oh yes. Now you've joined us for the part of the show that we like to call the topicals.
Right.
So you like to stick around for that?
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay. Well, this is something that is probably close to your heart because in all your years in showbiz, you've probably seen hundreds of boy bands come and go. Would you agree with that?
Hundreds.
Hundreds and hundreds.
And as from tonight, there are a new bunch of wholesome lads on the scene. They're hitting London's West End stage in a new musical called Boy Band, and it's a behind-the-scenes story of a fictitious band called Freedom, which is a cross between Take That and the Backstreet Boys. And the show, it takes you from their audition right through to their night of a sellout concert at Wembley Stadium. So here's a look at the stars of Boy Band in action.
Show you all the things that we got. We got it all. We're standing tall. We're part of something that is bigger than us all. We're on our way. Just one thing left to say. So let me tell you something, baby. We got it all.
Just like every other boy band you've seen, wouldn't you agree?
And then you've got a little logo as well.
It's like boy band music.
Have they?
Musical boy band.
Got that little
That's
BB.
not bad. I'd like to see it, you know. I think it would lift the lid. But I hope it would.
Well, that's what it's all about, isn't it? That's what they're supposed to be like. They are supposed to be the typical boy band, and they've
Well, they got the walk down. If you check out the walk, they've got the walk down.
They've got the long jackets already.
Yeah.
See, the Backstreet Boys have only just reached the long jacket.
That's album 3, that, you know. Album 1, Shiny Tops.
Yeah.
They're skipping ahead.
They've missed out the leather phase.
Hold on one second, because you guys actually appear in the show, don't you?
We did. Well, apparently, yeah. We've recorded. So we haven't seen the show yet.
Right.
We are going to go and see it, but we're in it a bit.
Yeah, there's a clip from CDUK, isn't there? So how did that come about?
Well, apparently because the show is about the rise and the fall of Freedom, the boy band. Apparently it's about the fall as well. I don't know. I don't want to spoil the end for
Oh well, there's no point going now. If you book your tickets tonight to stay in.
Apparently it's about the rise and the fall, and they're supposed to come down to CDUK and they don't turn up because they're not speaking to each other.
Oh. Ooh,
and we
interesting,
say,
that's a bit of a Bedrock
we say,
exclusive.
hi, welcome back. We're supposed to be joined by Freedom, but they haven't even turned up.
Oh, well, you're very good. And despite it being its opening night, we've actually got one of the stars of Boy Band on the phone. His name is Kevin Andrew, and he plays the character of Adam. So hi, Kevin.
Hello.
Thanks for taking the time out to speak to us. How are you?
Not too bad, thanks. You're a little bit nervous for tonight, but
Of course,
doing
because it's your opening night, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
How are all the boys feeling?
Well, we're all feeling kind of energetic and with nervous energy, I suppose, but we're all excited about it and looking forward to doing it.
Cool, okay. And what kind of reaction have you had from the previews of the show so far?
Pretty unbelievable, actually. I mean, we've had people up dancing in the aisles and also people listening to the story as well as getting on like that. Oh,
Always a
going on in the background.
Okay. Now, I've read that there's been lots of screaming girls in the audience getting up and dance. Do you ever get confused and think that you are actually in a boy band?
Well, we seem to have the best of both worlds, actually, because we are in a West End show and boy bands wouldn't usually do 8 shows a week. But we get to do the whole feeling of a concert, but yeah, we get to act as well, so it's great because I think we all love acting as well as singing and dancing, and it's just a really good opportunity to live both worlds.
Brilliant. Well, we've got 2 guests with us today, Ant and Dec, who've probably done quite a lot of the things that you're doing right now. So guys, have you got any advice for Kevin?
No, I'm sure the lads have been on the show.
They were down on the show on Saturday. They were brilliant, really
right,
good,
are they?
really good. But if I was to give any advice, it would just be to really, really enjoy it, because we had 3 years of it, and if there's anything that we miss about the music that we were doing is performing on stage.
Really?
Yeah, that's the thing, and getting the buzz off the crowd.
Yeah, it really is a buzz.
And the lasses.
But no.
Okay, Kevin. Well, listen, thanks for
only
joining us, and good luck with the show tonight. And I hope you can come in and drop in and see us when you get a night off.
Well, I hope so too.
Lovely. Thanks a lot.
Good luck,
Take
Kevin.
care.
Cheers, good luck.
Good luck.
Bye bye.
Break a leg.
Okay, now, if you want to see How Loudly You Can Scream, Boy Band is at the Gielgud Theatre in London from tonight.
Okay, well, if the phrase is he's going into defib, I want some CBC and Chem 7 and bag him mean anything to you, it either means you're a doctor or a fan of hospital dramas, or a murder. And last night saw the start of a brand new series set in the A&E department of a hospital called Always and Everyone. See what they did there? Okay, it's ITV's answer to Casualty and ER, and it's set in the busy accident and emergency department of a super slick hospital called St. Victor's. And the cast includes Martin Shaw and Heartbeat's Niamh Cusack. So let's have a quick look at a bit from last night's episode.
Any likelihood of improvement?
No.
So, are we treating an illness or prolonging an agony? I'm not saying you were wrong, Lou. I'm just saying be aware of the bigger picture. Hey, you did well.
Oh, that's a bit deep.
Yeah, very deep, isn't it?
It's serious that, like, isn't it, really?
It's not very funny, like, is it?
It's not.
No, it's not.
It's supposed to be a comedy.
I don't know. I don't
Only
know.
when I laugh. Have you not heard of it? It's very good.
Oh, that was good.
Okay, boy, are you fans of hospital dramas or do they just make you sick?
No,
They make me. I can't watch things like that, even though I know it's makeup.
No, they can have it.
I still think, oh, that must
It's horrible,
hurt.
isn't it?
I like Casualty. I like the scenarios before something bad happens. And
It's
you always
good.
guess.
It's good.
Yeah.
She's gonna die.
Yeah.
He's gonna get knocked over.
So
he's
been drinking. He's going to do something.
He's gonna knock her over. That's what it is.
And then apart from that, then it gets boring,
It's
doesn't it?
boring,
Really?
isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's horrible looking at all that
There's
gore.
just too many. You know, it's like pet shows and stuff. There's too many. Yeah. Should we just have a put her in?
Yeah, we think that too. Okay, if you were to make an appearance in a hospital drama, would you be a doctor or a patient?
Oh, doctor.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
you fancy yourself a
I thought
long,
you didn't like
swishing white
blood and
coat?
gore.
Eh?
I thought you did like
Yeah,
blood
you
and
don't
gore.
like it, do you? So.
No, but not for that. I wouldn't do any of the operations. I just go, nurse. The nurse. I just, like,
No, you'd be the nurse.
I'd be, you know, in Casualty when they do all the operations, but then they have the secret canoodles in the cubicles and
Yes.
stuff like that. And it's like, look, we have to stop doing this. You know, them type of things.
I know
You
what you
said that
mean.
very professionally. It should be said.
Very good at that. Patient, just to be different. I think.
Okay.
I don't mind the blood and guts and stuff, so I'd be
Yeah.
up for that.
But you have to lie there, and when all that's going on, you.
Try not to giggle.
I'd like to pretend to have one of them on your chest. You know, they go clear. What?
Clear.
Okay. So we'll see you in next week's Holby City or something. No worries. Okay. Well, you can see the next thrilling episode of Always and Everyone next Monday at 9 p.m. on ITV. Ant and Dec, will you stick around for the rest of the show?
Certainly will.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
We have ropes if you don't.
Now it's over to Malcolm and Neil, who are next door with some emergency information as to what's on the rest of the show.
Not that we care, because of course we have new boyfriends.
No, we love those cheeky Geordies.
Geordie.
I hate those girls sometimes. Look, if you want to talk to us about playing doctors and nurses, or if you want to be our new girlfriends, give us a ring on 0870 600 6606, or send us a fax on 0870 600 7707, or email us on bedrock@itv2.co.uk.
Right, coming up, we've got two nurses.
Two nurses?
They'll be testing their friendship when one of them tries to get a seal of approval that could seriously damage her health.
We'll be finding out what Hannibal Lecter has been up to and just how his latest book turns out in today's Bedrock spoiler.
And stick around for part 3 when Ant and Dec will be sharing with us what it's like to share a bath with each other.
This is ITV2, you're watching television, and this is Bedrock.
Ah, yeah, that's great, that's really funny, yeah, I'm funny.
Hello and welcome back to Bedrock, where Dec is still soaking up the atmosphere. Coming up in a few moments, there's some serious pleading to be done in today's seal of approval.
Yeah, but first, it's time for the Bedrock spoiler, the part of the show where we literally spoil something for you by telling you how it ends. Today sees the release of a novel that has taken over 10 years to complete, and that's already taken 60,000 advance orders. The book is called Hannibal, as you can see there, by Thomas Harris, and if you haven't already guessed, it's the sequel to Silence of the Lambs. Calories, all diet. Calories, anti-flava, flavor. Calories, that went so well. Dec, did you like Silence of the Lambs?
I did. I really did. I haven't read the book, Silence of the Lambs, but I love the film.
And then Man, yeah, you could talk accent woman.
What would you call it? A book? A book. A book.
Get off. Anyway, back to the script then. Hannibal picks up a few years after Silence of the Lambs left off, with serial killer Hannibal Lecter still at large and FBI agent Clarice Starling, working on another case. The movie version is preparing to go into production with Anthony Hopkins and Jodie Foster playing the same characters they played in the original, but the original director, Jonathan Demme, has refused to work on it, saying that it's too violent. Rumour has it the Blade Runner director Ridley Scott will be taking the reins.
Now, obviously, we'll all be reading the book as soon as we finish the show, but for review purposes, Dec has been busy reading the book since he got here today, haven't you?
Yes.
You have, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
So how much have you read?
Show us.
How much have you read?
Enough. No, I've read a
much
little
have you
bit.
read?
I've read
How
a
much?
few pages. I've read the first chapter.
The first chapter.
Yeah.
And then he's got a Let's revision guide for the rest of it.
Okay then. So what was the best thing about the first chapter?
Well, it was good because I'll tell you what, it really set it up quite nicely.
How did they set it up?
Well, because the thing was, the good thing is, it starts off. Well, I'm just reading it now. No, it starts off. It's got Clarice. It starts off again with Clarice. You know how the Silence of the Lambs started with Clarice jogging through
Okay,
the
right.
woods?
That's rubbish. That's absolutely rubbish.
No, it's true. So she starts. She's in a car, and it's the chapter 1. It says,
Okay, right,
you would think that such a day would tremble to begin, and she
Does
comes
it
in.
make you want to go and see the movie?
No.
Or read the rest of the book?
Yes, no, it does.
Yes.
No, it does. Yeah, I'd like to see the
Read
movie.
the rest of the book.
Both.
Start reading the book.
Anyway, okay, the moment has come for today's Bedrock spoiler. Sorry, Dec.
No, sorry.
To read the very last line of the book.
okay.
So viewers who really don't want to know how this book ends should close their ears now in a strange gill-like fashion. Go ahead, Dec.
Okay, this is how it ends. Let me start again. That was, ends like this. Please, shut up, Matthew. Malcolm. Matthew, we'll withdraw now while they are dancing on the terrace. The wise Barney has already left town, and we must follow his example. For either of them to discover us would be fatal. We can only learn so much and live.
Oh, beautiful.
Whoa, beautifully read. Beautifully read.
So there you have it. The end of one of the biggest books of the year. Hannibal is in the shops today, priced $16.99, and now we've spoilt the end for you. You can do some serious spoiling for all your mates. Yeah, you fancy Job and Jack and I?
Yeah, I think I could do that quite well.
He's a storyteller. Anyway, thank you very much, Dick.
That's all right.
Oh dear. We'll be chatting to you later. But now though, Rachel's next door with Ant, and they're about to enjoy a small taste of brandy.
Now, of course, you've got to be smoother than Dec during this bit, okay?
Okay, I will.
No problem.
Composure.
In a minute, a very brave young lady is about to ask her friends a seal of approval for something that could leave her jumping for joy. But before that, we've got today's hot new single. You probably get loads of free CDs doing CD UK, yeah?
Nah, we don't. No, well, we do. I mean, we can get free CDs, but I tend to buy a lot of mine.
What was the last one you bought?
The last album I bought this John Barry, Themology it was called, and it's got, because it's got the theme of the Ipcrest Files on it, and I love that song.
Yeah.
And that's a good driving song, and you can think you're like a, sort of detective and drive along.
You can think you're a detective.
You can really think it, you know. Play it loud. Yeah, no, that was the last one. No, we can get free ones, but I like to get them on the first day they're out. I'm a bit of a music fan like that, so I still go shopping.
Good. Cool. Well, okay, what do you think of brandy, the singer, not the drink, of course?
I'm not that bothered
Maybe.
about all that. I'm not really into R&B, American slick R&B, all that really slick production, and it doesn't really do anything for me, I have to say. Nah. I like the Brandy and Monica song. What was that one called again?
Oh, The Boy's Mine.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And that was all right,
That was
because
good.
I heard it a lot on the radio, but apart from that, I'm not really too keen on, that American slushy stuff.
All right. Well, we're all very excited about the new single now.
Oh, yeah, we are. No,
and here-
I'm still excited.
Yeah, okay, good. Okay, well, here she
is.
is with a new single, and it's called Almost Doesn't Count.
Almost made you cry.
Right, we all love a little adrenaline rush, but what if that adrenaline rush contains an element of danger? Well, on tonight's show, we have a girl who wants to taste that rush. Anya, welcome to Bedrock.
Right,
Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
Now, first of all, what do you do?
I'm a student nurse.
You're a student nurse?
Yeah.
Oh, and where are you from?
I'm originally from Ireland. I moved over here when I was 13, so I've been over here 7 years.
Okay. Now, you're here to get a seal of approval from your best friend, Emma.
Yeah.
What does Emma do?
She's a student nurse also.
Oh, right. Have you met each other at work?
Yeah.
And how long have you known each other?
Almost a year.
Almost a year?
Yeah.
So it's quite a good friendship
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
And how would you describe Emma?
She's a laugh.
She's a laugh?
Yeah, a bit of a headache though. Goes
Really?
on, yeah, rambles.
Really? But she's a good
lovely.
mate,
Yeah,
nonetheless.
yeah, she's lovely.
Okay, then. Cut to the chase. What do you want to ask Emma?
I want her a seal of approval to do a bungee jump.
A bungee? Why do you need Emma's approval for a bungee jump? She's not your mum or something.
Yeah, I know, but she's totally against the idea. She doesn't like it. So.
Why is she against bungee jumping?
Because she suffers from neck pain.
Oh, right.
So she just doesn't. She's totally against it.
Good job you pointed to the neck
Yeah.
there.
Neck.
Confused. It's a technical. Now, she thinks it's irresponsible.
Yeah.
Now, why do you want to do a bungee jump?
Because I think it would be a really cool thing to do.
Fair enough. Extreme sports.
Yeah.
Now, what would be, well, apart from the neck thing, what would be your main reasons for saying no? Just the irresponsibility of it?
I suppose it's because she probably wouldn't have the courage to do it herself. So
Okay. All right. Now, what are you going to do if she doesn't give a seal of approval?
I think I value her opinion too much, so I probably wouldn't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, as Van Halen said, go ahead and jump. But will Emma feel the same way? Let's find out. She's with Heather next door.
Hi Emma.
Hiya.
Welcome to Bedrock. Thanks for coming. Now you're here today because your friend Anya wants your seal of approval for something.
Yep.
But before you start guessing what it is, how did you two meet?
We met at the beginning of the course.
Well, so are you studying together?
Yeah.
What are you studying?
Nursing.
Okay. So how would you describe Anya? What's she like?
She's quite bubbly, quite
Is she?
lively. Yeah, a bit mad sometimes.
Has she done anything mad in the past?
She's danced on a few tables to ABBA.
She's dancing on tables to ABBA, okay. And are you generally quite protective over her?
Yeah,
Or
most of the
each-
time.
Yeah, you sort of
Yeah.
look after each other.
Yeah.
So you're quite good friends?
Yeah, we are now, yeah.
Okay. Now, as I understand it, you're a nurse, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay. As you said, what are you specialising in?
Well, we're just doing general at the minute. I've just finished general surgery with did orthopaedics and stuff as well.
Yeah. So, I don't like hospitals. What kind of injuries do you deal with then?
Just hernias and broken limbs and everything, really. Just
Okay. So does it annoy you when you have to look after people who've hurt themselves taking unnecessary physical risks?
not annoyed so much, but you
Like-
just sort of...
Someone who was dancing on a table to ABBA and they accidentally hurt their wrist.
We think it's bit of a waste sometimes. Not really, but...
Bit irresponsible.
Yeah.
Okay then. So are there any sports or activities that you would never do?
There's a few things.
Like what? Paragliding? Parachuting? Water skiing?
I wouldn't do water skiing, but some things I wouldn't do because I've got a bit of a funny neck.
Well, have you? You've got a sore neck. Okay, so dangerous sports are out for you then? Okay, all right. Well, back to your friend Anya's seal of approval, because Anya has recorded a message for you.
Right.
Okay, you ready to see it?
Yep.
Okay, here it is.
Hello Emma, we're here today to get your seal of approval for me to do a bungee jump. I know you're totally against the idea, but please, please, please say yes.
Oh, well, there you go, Emma. You now know exactly what Anya wants your seal of approval for. I don't want you to tell me just yet what your decision is, because what I'd like you to do is put your answer on a card in this envelope as to whether or not you will give Anya her seal of approval. So there you go, and then we'll put the envelope back in the card. Just tick the right box. Okay, now I don't want you to give the game away just yet. Put it back in the envelope. Oh, and let's get that daredevil Anya in here. So come in, Anya. Hi, come and seat next to Emma.
Hi.
How are you?
Right, thanks.
Good, good.
Are you nervous, Anya?
No, I'm okay.
Oh, you're all right, okay. All right then. Right, well, the big moment has come. Anya, you mate Emma has written her answer in this card as to whether or not she's given you her seal of approval to get a bungee jump. So what I want you to do is open the envelope and tell us if it's a yes or no in 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god!
What's it say?
It's a yes.
It's a yes.
Hey, well
Excellent.
done.
Did you expect that? You
No, I
didn't, did you at all?
No.
So
Emma,
she's saying
why did you say yes?
I don't think she'll do it. I want to see her face if she does.
Really? Are you going to look after if she has an accent?
Maybe.
It's very, very safe. Well, listen, she will do it, because just to make sure you have a safe jump, we've organised a little surprise for you. Heather, here is a free jump pass with bungeeing, so now, Emma, you'll know she'll be in safe hands. Is that all right?
Thank you.
It's
Thanks.
our
It's
pleasure,
really nice to be
We're
on.
really glad you come on and sort it out.
Oh, thanks.
Excellent. Well done.
Well, thanks for joining us today. I do think you're mad for doing it, though. Listen, what's on the rest of the show? I don't know. Neil and Rachel do.
Right. It's good to have friends like that, isn't it? Look, if you need approval for something, or you fancy someone, or you just want to confess something that you did that was bad, and you want to do all of these on live TV, you can come and get in touch with us. It's the only way. Just write to us at Bedrock, Free Post, LON 3867, London W11 3BR.
And in part 3, Heather and I find out where Ant and Dec keep their millions now that they're hugely successful TV producers.
And in part 4, through the round window, Floella Benjamin will be telling us why she's so precious in today's Bedrock Gold.
Money can't buy it. It's ITV2, and this is Bedrock.
But it could buy it. I thought it was the right network.
Twins, yeah, it's exactly the same. Very scary. Okay, welcome back to Bedrock, where Ant and Dec are still with us. And later we'll be talking to children's goddess, Floella Benjamin. Okay, but we'll be chatting to you in a minute, lads. But first, of course, it's time for today's vintage video.
And we've decided to take a look at you boys in action before you became huge TV stars.
All right.
So here you are being pop stars way back in March 1997 with Shout.
Start screaming, just be bold. Everybody likes to see the freaks explode. They always know better than you.
So Ant and Dec, does that bring back happy fond memories?
Yeah,
I like that video. Out of the videos we've done, I was pleased with that one.
Yeah, you're being all serious there though, weren't you?
I was, yeah, I quite like that. We weren't dancing
you?
and rumbling away.
It was the easiest one to do because you just had to sit there.
It only took 2 hours for us, and then that was it. Lovely.
And you were playing guitar.
I know, yeah.
Was it real?
Yeah, it was, yeah. It was, that's still one of 3 songs that I can play on guitar.
How many chords do you know?
I know a few more now. When we did that video, I only knew the 2 chords.
2? Right.
I knew E and A. But I know a few more now.
Okay.
I do, I've been spotting them.
So what other songs can you play then?
I can play Shout, I can play, what is it? Catch the Wind by Donovan.
You what?
Oh man, he plays Donovan all. When we used to share a flat, that's all we had. Gentlemen. Blowing in the wind.
Yeah, they do. That's the they just told us that's the what is it?
Unfeasibly tall
Tall
lady.
old lady on TFI
And
Friday.
she's her in the video, and she's not tall.
She's not. Sorry.
No,
We had to
no,
spoil
on
it,
TV.
like.
Right, now listen, you're currently waking everybody up on Saturday mornings with SNTV and CD UK. How did you manage to convince ITV to go for 2 shows?
Well, initially we only pitched them one. We
Right.
only pitched CD UK to them initially, and they liked it. But then they rang us up, I think it was a couple of days later, and said,
They said, we like it a lot.
Yeah, could you turn it into 3 hours and take over the Saturday morning as well? So we're like, yeah, we'd love to.
Right.
So then we went away and we wrote another document proposal.
Right, yeah. So is that
and went and
scary,
seen them.
sort of having to come up with another idea?
Well, not really, because we pitched a few ideas after we'd moved on from Channel 4, you know, to different companies and stuff, and everything was getting a bit slow. And this one really took off. Everyone was really interested in this idea, and it just sort of happened.
Yeah. You're obviously very good businessman.
Yeah,
was it?
that document.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, in your role as businessman, did you interview a lot of presenters before you gave the job to your co-host Kat Deely?
No.
We watched a lot of show reels and read a lot of CVs, but Kat was the first girl that we met, and we were happy.
What, in your life?
The sheltered life.
No, she was the first one. We went and we met up with Kat and we had a drink with her and we had some lunch and we just got on with her really well.
Really? So
Yeah.
would either of you snog her if you weren't seeing someone?
Aye.
That's not even though I'm seeing someone. She's up for it, like, I'm not bothered.
Oh dear.
The glasses of wine, you never know.
I'm getting into trouble.
A few drinks, a little dancing, I'm anybody's.
Right, listen, you look like you have a real laugh on SMTV.
Yeah.
And what's your favourite bit on the show?
I think it's probably the Wonky Donkey is.
I do like
Wonky Donkey is, I think, the only thing that's been with us from the beginning. Because we tried out a few items at the beginning that just didn't work.
Yeah.
So we scrapped them all and we've developed new ones over the 41 weeks that we've been on here.
So what's the favourite?
Wonky Donkey's favourite, and I love reading out the viewers' letters.
Do you?
Because they've just got such vivid imagination.
It is good, and you can spin off stuff like that as well. You
Yeah.
can just have more of a laugh.
And of course now there's the search for the biggest crisp in Britain.
Indeed.
Because I found a big crisp in my packet of
You
crisps.
did? I saw it.
Oh, did
Okay. Well, we're going to have a look at one of our favourite bits of the show, and it's from a few weeks ago, I think. So let's have a look at you.
Hi, welcome to Decky Springer. Today we're looking at Love Cheats. Meet my first guest, Royston Kelsey. Royston here has a confession to make. Royston?
Yes, I like to sit in a bath full of rice
Not that
pudding.
confession, Royston, the other one.
I'll tell you, this scumbag says he loves me, but really all he cares about is Sabrina!
I love you, Sabrina. I mean, cat.
Was that fun to do? It looks fun to watch.
It was quite it was fun to do.
Doing them sketches and stuff, we have a
But
right
there's the
laugh.
things with them, there's so much to remember.
Yeah.
Because you've got to remember setting up other people's jokes and remembering to pay off your jokes and remembering what camera you're on and what all that.
And then looking, there's that on top of it, you know what I mean?
And you've always got somebody, you know, it's like with in the earpiece and somebody's going, you will run out of time, hurry up!
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Have you ever done anything you thought you'd get into trouble for? Anything like that?
A couple of times.
What?
But we've been in trouble already a couple of times.
For what?
Just a few things that we've said that we can't really say them again because we get you into trouble.
Innuendo.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay, well, your production company actually makes SMTV and CD UK. So what do you like to work for?
Tremendous, I think.
Good, I think.
Yeah.
No, I think we're pretty good. When we're not really, we don't really say I'm the boss. So, well, we jokingly we like go to all the girls in the office and all that. If they say something wrong, we go clear your desk. You're fired.
Well, that's just a joke, you know.
Oh, is it? Yeah. And what sort of perks do you give them then?
We take them out to the pub. We took them to the Greyhounds. We took them to Walthamstow Dogs.
Oh.
It's good.
We
generally do stay, you know, after the show and stick around and have a drink with the whole team.
So you all get on really well.
We all do, yeah.
Okay, well, you always seem to be working, in fact. So when was the last time you took a holiday?
Oh God, when was that?
Last year, sometime.
Early last year. We've got one coming up. We've got a little break in the show, so we're both going to grab a few weeks away and then back for a new series in August.
Cool. Okay, well, listen, we've had an email from Sally from Norfolk, and she says, I came to see you at the Royal Albert Hall on your psyche tour. Do you have any... Sorry, psych. Do you have... It's my accent again. It's bad. Do you have any plans to continue your music career?
Not for the moment, no. We sort of we took a decision that, you know, we'd done 3 albums and you know, we toured and we travelled the world and stuff, and the show was kicking off, and I'm enjoying the show in TV at the moment. Do you know what I mean? But I won't say no. Never.
Right.
Oh, is it? What do you say? What don't you ever say? Never say.
Never say never.
Okay, well, never say never. So, tell me this? Do you get sick of people saying this?
Let's get ready to rumble!
No, it's fine, honestly.
No, it really makes us laugh every time someone does
that. Not a lot of people say that anymore. People shout Zoe Ball at us in the street now.
Why?
Because we're on Saturday mornings and they always go Zoe Ball.
That's really
They mix
you up.
They mix you up.
Yeah,
Oh,
they can
okay.
get us. I think it's me hair.
It's the haircut, definitely. Yeah. Okay, well, you met in school in Newcastle. Do you remember what you first thought of each other?
I remember thinking he was a right miserable
person.
I
Yeah.
think which is fair enough. I would say that.
Yeah.
It's what
it's
what everybody always thinks about. Whenever we always meet somebody new, somebody always comes up to me and goes, "Is Ant a bit miserable? Is he? Ant's a bit moody, isn't he?" And I say, "No, it's just the way he is." But that's just the way he was. But I thought he was moody and miserable.
I can't help it, man.
No, well, who gets the most fan mail?
Or me. No, seriously. No.
On account of being miserable, isn't it?
Yeah, because he's moody and miserable. No, I don't know.
No.
You don't count then?
When we were in Baker, it depended. When we were in Baker Grove, going back, it depended on who had the biggest storyline. You know, it was quite that flippant. And then it went when we were doing the songs. When we used to go to different countries, there was different country for each one of us.
Listen, tell me this: you've won a BAFTA, you've been nominated for Brit Awards, you've performed all around the world, and now you've got a successful production company. Would you have given it all up for Newcastle to have won the FA Cup a few weeks ago?
I'd give it all up to play for Newcastle and win the FA Cup a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
To score the winning goal in the FA Cup, I'd give it all up for. Yeah, definitely.
Really? For football? Oof, okay. Well, thank you so much for talking to us.
Pleasure.
It's great having you here. I hope you're not going to chicken out of the famous 5. Which
No.
Very good. You still have time to prepare yourselves.
Okay.
But right now, Malcolm and Neil are in search of freebies on the net again.
It's time once again to sail on the World Wide Web in search of free stuff.
Free stuff. Where are we landed today, Neil?
Well, on PC Game World, where a brand new game demo was released on the net last week. At the weekend, it took the top spot as the #1 game downloaded when hundreds of thousands of players and net servers logged on to get their free demo. Now, it takes about 13 to 15 hours to download, and that's if you've got an ISDN line.
Yeah. So basically, if you did download it over the weekend, your mum's going to be very angry at the phone bill.
It's called Draken, and it's one of the most eagerly awaited adventure games of the year. So, let's get playing our freebie. And I have to say, it's pretty cool. Now, there's me. Now, the character is this girl she's on a dragon. So you see the dragon flying. I can land, and then the girl climbs off. So there we go. That's the girl.
Oh, she's a bit Lara Croft, isn't she?
She's a bit Lara Croft.
Nice. Trousers.
There we go. And then you climb back on, and I'll take off.
So what do you do then? So it's
as
sort of an adventure?
Sort of, but as far as I've worked out, you basically fly around shooting bizarre catfish-faced peasants.
All right.
And sometimes a cannon which is firing at you as well.
Okay.
But it's so cool.
I mean, graphically, it looks brilliant, doesn't it?
It is.
These
it's got a lot
adventure
of
games
depth.
are lovely, Neil.
Yes, they are, aren't they?
But
What?
I'd like to play with the lovely lady.
You can swim and things as well.
Okay, I'd like to play with the lovely lady and her lovely dragon,
No,
Neil,
there's
all day.
a
all day,
toad-faced
Neil.
peasant.
But I'm afraid we have to bust a move.
Why?
We got the Bedrock famous 5, haven't we?
Oh, right then.
Very, very scared. Okay, Anthony McPartlin.
Wow, we're actually in the same part of a show with that.
Hey, I'm pleased for you, fellas.
Do your ratings no good.
Anthony McPartlin and Declan Donnelly. You might well be hugely successful producers, presenters and ex-pop stars, but this could be the biggest challenge of your career yet. Prepare yourselves because it's time for the Bedrock Famous 5. Are you ready?
Yes.
Neil, can you change those lights? And start that clock. I'll keep score.
Question 1. You both appear in this month's edition of TV Hits magazine, but what was the name of the girl that Dec said he first snogged? You can't answer this, Dec, obviously.
Right.
Who was the girl he first snogged? According to TV Hits, obviously.
According to TV Hits.
According to TV Hits.
The word according
Come
to
on.
Nah, I haven't got a clue.
What? Well, apparently you both shared her. Her name was Lynn.
Oh, yeah.
Remember me?
Oh, yeah.
Tag, my go.
Okay, question number 2. You once did a cover of Stepping Stone by the Monkees, but can you name all of the Monkees?
Yeah, Mickey Dolenz, David Jones,
Mike
Mike
Nesbitt.
Nesbitt.
Peter Talk.
That is correct. Very good. Well done.
1 point. Okay. Question 3. Can you tell me what's on BBC One at the same time as CD UK this Saturday coming?
This Saturday.
Probably cricket or something, is it?
Think carefully, try
I'll
again.
give you another chance.
11:30.
You'll never get it.
No,
It's a film.
this Saturday.
No, I'm afraid the answer we're looking for was no, Tripping the Colour.
Yes.
What?
Tripping the Colour, yeah.
Get it! Yeah, with the colour.
Rating
With the
scoop up.
dirty horses. Question 4. Your Cat Dealey's employers, but how many GCSEs does she have?
Oh,
5.
she's got a lot. She's got more.
9.
9 GCSEs.
Let's say 5 first.
She's got 2 A-levels as well, and she got
But
2
you
A-levels.
can't get 9 GCSEs in home ec, though, can you?
Well, she's got it in cooking, sewing, cleaning, washing.
Okay, that's another light on the box.
Finally, question 5.
Is that it? We've only got 2.
Yep, you are. Could make or break the 2-3 margin. You are huge Newcastle United fans.
Yes.
But can you tell me what high school Alan Shearer went to?
Gosford High School.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Very good.
Well, Ant and
it?
Dec, I have great pleasure in telling you that you got a 3 out of 5.
That's not bad. Like,
That's relatively good.
Has anyone got 5 out of 5?
Darth
Oh,
Vader.
lots of people.
Vader.
Reef, Darth Vader.
Oh, but he came up from the dark side to do that.
Ah,
Forces with
Exactly.
it.
Right,
Exactly.
Thanks for doing that. You're going to stick around for the rest of the show, aren't you?
Okay.
Yeah.
In fact, everyone else has to stick around as well because I'll be telling you how a drink can help you score a hole-in-one.
Ooh. And I'll be finding out if Floella Benjamin can still get down with the kids when we put her to the test in today's Bedrock Gold.
And chaps, you know, presenters. Off you go.
All right. You're watching ITV too?
I've seen Ant naked. This is Bedrock.
Horrible thing.
Very good. Okay, welcome back to Bedrock. We're still enjoying the wonderful company of Ant and Dec.
You're just saying that because we're here.
Yeah,
No, we say it when you're not here as well.
But in a few minutes, Heather and Malcolm will be putting the wonderful Floella Benjamin through her paces in today's Bedrock Gold.
But first, I've discovered something that could put a little extra swing into all our lives. Giggle. There you go. If you've ever had trouble going the distance and never quite managed to get a hole-in-one, here's one that could, a new energy drink that could get the birdie of your dreams. It's called Golf Active. It's a bit like snooker bounce, sort of a strange contradiction in terms. You get 20 tablets in a tube. Each tablet makes about half a litre or a quart. We can't quite work out. So you get lots of drink for a couple of tablets. There we go. The makers claim it's been specifically developed for golfers to enhance concentration and increase mental and physical performance. Now, before we move on to it, do you play golf, you two?
Nah, I've played a
Crazy golf.
Whoa!
I'd like to play golf, but I'm not patient enough, I don't think.
No, it's a long old game, isn't it?
Yeah, but apparently it's supposed to be very stress relieving, isn't it?
Yeah. Is it?
Golf, yeah, you can go
And showbiz.
It is very
showbiz, but in a cool.
And for businessmen, that's a businessman's game. So I
Is it?
thought you'd be down there
yeah,
wheeling and
business
dealing,
game.
you know.
Well,
doing deals on the course.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't want to pitch you on the course. I don't want to pitch you on the course, but I've got a great idea for a sitcom.
Well, ingredients include ginseng, iguanas, and lots of vitamins and minerals. Should we all try it?
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay.
3.
Okay.
2. 1.
That's rotten.
Don't mince your words. Oh, I'm getting yeast. I'm getting.
It's a bit.
It's funny, though, that the first initial taste is horrible, but the aftertaste isn't bad. Do you know, it's lush now.
Is it?
Oh no! Now it's horrible again.
Is it though? Is it made fizzy, or have you put fizzy pop in it?
No, it's not. That's just when it goes.
fizzes.
It's effervescent.
Oh really?
Oh, blimey! Don't rest.
That's not bad actually.
You must be feeling invigorated to have come up with the word effervescent.
I'm feeling rather frisky after that, I should say.
I say, ding dong.
Okay, well,
I don't think the
That's
golf.
all right.
Do we think it works, though? I don't know.
Well, let's see by the end of the show.
Yeah.
well, I actually had 3 of them. I was eating them before the show. I got a massive attack of the giggles.
Don't try that at home, obviously. Well, I didn't think that golf was the obvious choice of a sport energy drink, as it's one of the most laid-back sports around. So we did a little test and took the drink out onto the streets to the masses to see if they could guess what sport this drink was aimed at.
I think it's for table tennis. Got to be fly fishing.
I think it's for sprinting in the athletics.
Oh, sprinting in the athletics, not the sprinting.
Not sprinting, catch the bus.
Dog track. There we go. Okay, so it might not be the obvious choice of sport for an energy drink, but if golf is your game and you think you need a bit of a perk up while you're on the course, then give Golf Active a go for $4.99.
Yes, definitely.
It might help stamina because it's a long game, isn't it?
It is. A lot of walking and hitting a small ball with a stick.
Yes. Okay, well, now it's over to Malcolm and Heather, who are playing with the wonderful Floella Benjamin.
Okay, it's time to welcome a lady who's been a very familiar to me anyway, and lots of children all over the world for years. She is not, well, she's the lovely Floella Benjamin. She's not only a TV presenter, but a film actress, an author, and a very successful businesswoman, and she deserves massive respect.
Oh, darling.
That's why you're here with us. Floella, welcome.
Thank you.
So,
Lovely
it's so weird to be next to you.
Oh, you're my baby.
You're such a big part of my childhood, though, Floella.
It's amazing. Like, you're probably best known for presenting Play School, which was such an institution. I mean, we all watched it. Do you think that set the tone for kids' TV?
Oh, definitely. You know, because we actually laid the foundation, didn't we? There wasn't many programs around, preschool programs around at that time, and you know, kids used to love running home to see whether it would be the square window or the round window or the arched window. And there was Humpty. Do you remember Humpty?
Yeah,
This was my inspiration.
What are they up to now then, Humpty and Hannibal and everything?
Well, would you believe it? Humpty is sitting in my room. I know.
No.
Yes.
See, Humpty was my favourite.
Well, Humpty used to inspire me because when I forgot my lines at all, I used to think, oh, what was next? Because we didn't have auto cue, we didn't have anything. You had to remember everything, and I'd suddenly look at Humpty and say, now Humpty, now what was it I was supposed to remember now? And he'd, you know, looking at him, I wouldn't actually say the words, I'd look at him and he'd just inspire me. For the camera do a close-up of Humpty, and meantime I'm thinking, what's going on?
People in TV say that you should never work with children or animals. Are they really a nightmare to work with?
No, I love working with kids. I work with kids all the time. I love it. Because to them, I'm like a mum or a big sister or an auntie. And if they're naughty, I tell them off. I've got my Floella voice, the mum's voice. Now you behave yourself, that. And I've got the Floella voice for television. And the kids love the discipline. You know, they know the boundaries. And if they misbehave, I tell them off.
Yeah.
And I give them love as well. So I give them a bit of both. And I let them respect each other. And at the end of the day, when they leave in the studio, always come and say, give me a hug, Floella. And I go,
Okay. Now, your own production company produced Hullabaloo even, which has now been sold all over the world. Did you ever imagine that going into children's TV would bring international fame?
Never, because when I did children's programs, it's because I did it because I loved it. I loved every moment of working with kids, and when it goes all over the world, when I go to somewhere like, say, Canada, in fact, they want me to, I went to Canada last week because they want me to come make programs over there. And I go to Spain, they say, hola, 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 Floella. I go to Russia or South Africa. I'm a big hit in South Africa, apparently.
Because you really are world famous, aren't you?
Well, it's nice because what I do is I try and give kids the love and the respect that I think they deserve, and I think everybody deserves to have that in their lives, and there's some children who never have it, so I sort of pour it, you know, make
We've got to ask one question.
Tell us this, though, have you made loads of money?
No, I haven't. Oh, because for children's programs, you don't make loads of money. You know, I do it because I love it.
Brilliant.
You know, and what you get, what I get back, the money can't buy, because I meet people who say to me, when I was little, I knew you loved me. Tell me you love me because you've inspired me all my life. I meet people who say, just hug me, just tell me. And that, to me, you can't pay for, you know. And I know I've made a difference to a lot of people's lives, and it's brilliant.
Definitely. Okay, well, listen, we've got a picture of you with Grandad, one of the puppets from Play About, so let's take a look.
Oh, Grandad.
There he is.
He's a great character.
Floella, is it strange talking to puppets, though?
No, because you see, it's like talking into a camera, you know, talking to a puppet, there's a person behind it. And, you know, what you've got to do to be successful in children's programs is you've got to be a child yourself. And when I'm with a 2-year-old, I become 2. If I'm with a 13-year-old, I become 13. 5-year-old, I become 5. And that's the beauty of doing a good children's program, is just to sort of remember that you're working with a 2-year-old who's seeing things for the first time.
Yeah.
And if you're working with a puppet, you know what the puppet's going to give to the children is important. So you have fun with the puppet.
Okay. All right then. Well, listen, you've entertained kids for years, but what we want to find out is how much you know where kids are at today. So it's time for going for the Bedrock Gold. Now we're going to ask you 3 questions about what's happening here and now to see if you know where it's at. Okay?
Are you ready? I'm sure you're well hit, Floella.
University challenge.
Yeah, exactly.
It's exactly
Just think
like.
of Malcolm's Bamber Gascoigne.
All right.
Come on.
All
Right,
right,
let's start by taking a look at Jerry Halliwell's latest single.
Here we go.
Okay, then that's Jerry Halliwell's latest single. Right, but do you know the name of Jerry's new album, which came out this week, I think?
Yeah.
Is it A, schizophrenic, B, schizophonic, or C, stereophonic?
Well, I think in the video there, she looks a bit sort of schizophrenic, doesn't she? But I think it's a play on words. My daughter, she's not quite sure about it, you know, this particular album.
So
what's it called? Schizophrenic, schizophrenic, or stereophonic?
I know this one because it was reviewed in the Times, the Sunday Times, and I think it's called schizophonic, isn't it?
Correct, yes. There are, of course, other daily broadsheets available.
Yes, exactly. Anyway,
the Times tells you everything for the week, you see, so just buy one paper.
Question 2. What's the hip new Brit flick about clubbing which came out last week called?
The hip what, sorry?
New Brit flick. Film.
I don't know that one.
Human traffic.
What?
Human traffic.
Traffic?
No, Malcolm. No, the answer was human traffic.
I don't know that one. I'm being honest.
And finally, in which hugely popular cartoon does this character, Cartman, appear?
Oh, yes. I've spent lots of money buying these for my daughter, especially when she's good. At South Park, isn't it?
Yep,
Yay,
exactly.
correct. Well, Floella, you've scored 2 out of 3, which is brilliant. You truly are gold, and it's been a pleasure having you on the show. Will you come back again?
Oh, definitely.
Excellent.
Okay. Thank you for having me on.
That's okay.
I grew up with this woman, not Jeffrey, obviously.
If you could just turn to that camera there and leave us with your final words about experience in the world of TV.
Thanks for coming on, Flo.
If I've learned one thing, that is never, ever buy cheap carpets. I've been Floella Benjamin, and this has been Bedrock Gold. Bye.
I almost can't speak.
I nearly went to a feature there, I have to say. Okay, well, we've almost come to the end of today's show, but first it is, of course, time for today's Barometer. Okay, this is where we pick out the 3 best and worst things of any given subject in general, okay? And because Ant and Dec have been our lovely guests for the day, Malcolm is taking us through Saturday morning kids' TV.
We've all been there,
Be afraid, be very afraid.
-1 is going live. Philip Schofield and Gordon, the gopher. Now, Philip basically lied for years, didn't he? He was grey and he dyed his hair in a vain attempt to look younger. And they were never cool enough, really. And Gordon the gopher was just a sock, anyway, wasn't it? +1 is Tiswas. Yeah. What can I say? Chris Tarrant, Lenny Henry, the Phantom Flinger.
Carson.
Yeah, exactly. And the first woman I ever had a crush on, Sally James. Television genius. -2 is Swap Shop. Okay, Noel Edmonds, Keith Chegwin and Maggie Philbin on one show. If that's not bad enough, the unique selling point of this show was basically a big jumble sale. What's going on there? A +2 is Massive.
That was cool, man. That was
class.
Wicked.
I was on it and it was good. I'll leave it at that. Okay, at -3 though is Parallel 9. Do you remember Parallel 9?
Yeah, I do.
Some dodgy old bird from Neighbours, okay, interviewing celebrities and then sending them up to a different parallel dimension. Kids are much smarter, aren't they? Because we all live in this flat together. Oh, we do? All right. But the best of the best, of course, has to be SMTV and CD. No, not because Ant and Dec are on the show.
Right,
no.
okay.
It's because every Saturday morning I like waking up looking at Cat Dealey. Knowing that in reality she'll never really be next to me in bed. It is great. No, it's a good show. Thank you. Children's television for the next millennium.
Bless you.
Well, there we go. Thanks very much for that, Malcolm. As always, your barometer has given us a tiny glimpse in the inside of your head, and it's not scary at all.
Quite simple, really, isn't it?
Unfortunately, we've run out of time on today's show, so huge thank you to all of today's fantastic guests, the brilliant Ant and and Dec is still with us.
Yeah.
Lovely Floella Benjamin and all our seal of approval guests.
Big thanks to our employee of the day, which is Judith Sunday Roast, our sound assistant. Don't miss tomorrow when we'll be finding out if the Force is still with us with the very first Phantom Menace game for the PC.
Plus, Tom Wisdom will be telling us what it's like to be the new boy in Coronation Street, and Mint Royale will be telling us why you should always mix tequila with Terrorvision on the dance floor.
You've been watching television. It's a showstopper. It's ITV2, and this is Bedrock.